What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Cam, ATL, aka Fantasy Houdini. And man, oh man, oh man, was it a crazy night for the DFS community. Man, if it wasn't one person, it was another person, man. Like, I know I've stated before, like, oh, you need all the stars to align. Literally, all the stars went opposite directions tonight. Opposite directions, not one star aligned. Not one. It's that bad. Now, before I get into this, guys, this is going to be a little bit of a rant, okay? So, if you have any small children around you, either cover their ears or allow them to leave the room right now because there will be profanity. A lot of profanity in what I'm about to say now, okay? So, I'm going to start off by saying, Derrick Rose, I got some information that Derrick Rose went back to his hometown of Chicago because there's something going on with his family. Something happened to a family member or a close friend, something like that. He went back to Chicago. This motherfucker wasn't even in New York. Not even in New York. What I'm hearing is he was back at his hometown of Chicago. He was not even in New York. How is it hard for y'all not to give us that updated information? How do we not know? How does nobody update us that Derrick Rose is in Chicago, not in New York? The game was in New York, not Chicago. Why is it so hard to just let us know that information? I'll tell you guys why. Because DraftKings has a bunch of their little employees that work there that play DFS as well. But the difference between them and us is they literally don't know shit about it. The only thing they know about DFS is when they're behind the computer and they're updating fucking injuries, which they don't even do that properly, as we're seeing tonight. Okay? DraftKings is making it blatantly obvious that they have to do whatever they got to do to get certain people ahead of others. You know what I'm saying? It's an inside job, man. It's obvious. You guys are so obvious. Now, myself and almost all of my followers on Twitter contacted DraftKings through the support and let them know about the issue with Derrick Rose. And every single response was exactly the same. But what's funny is every single time it's a different person, supposedly. No, these real people probably aren't even seeing these guys. Let's be honest. Real people aren't even handling this. It's like a bot or something that automatically responds to people's issues and responds back with some bullshit talking about, oh, the only reason we got lineup lock is because we had customers asking for it. Now, that's bullshit, guys. Because not one person that I know that plays DFS is happy about the NBA lineup lock. Not one person. Because what sense does it make? The only sport in DFS that lineup lock does not need to be on is NBA. Literally, people fall out of the lineup within minutes of game time. There's constant up and downs in NBA. NBA is the only sport that lineup lock does not need to be on. Because I honestly don't give a shit if they put lineup lock on NFL. Because with NFL, we know hours beforehand if somebody's not going to play or not. They're on top of their shit. They announce the shit and they let you know. Okay? NBA doesn't know if somebody's going to get sick or something, so it's last minute. But still, DraftKings, that's their job, is to update people, to make it as fair as possible. But honestly, they're doing the opposite. All they're doing is making it obvious that they're trying to make it easier for people inside, on the inside. That's it. They're making it obvious that the only way to get first place or a huge prize is to be on their payroll. That's it, because I guarantee you, not one person who plays DFS that works at DraftKings or FanDuel or anything like that had Derrick Rose in their lineup. I guarantee you not one had him in there. Because they all knew But they didn't want the whole world to know because they wanted to get that edge up because they suck. They suck. So I'm not going to go hard at Derrick Rose because him going back to his hometown because of a family member or a close friend, I totally understand that. I would do the exact same thing. So there's no fault to Derrick Rose. I totally understand. And that's cool. We'll get further updates about that situation, I'm sure, tomorrow. But as of right now, that's what I'm hearing. So I understand it. No fault to Derrick Rose. And prayers go out to his family and him. Hope everybody is okay. Hope he ends up coming back soon and we can get him back in our lineups and he can perform well for us. Anthony Davis, man. There's a reason why I fade this guy. Okay, he did great today. He still did great. Even though he left in the third quarter, he still did great. But this guy, the problem with this guy is you never know when he's going to finish a game. Because he'll either complain and whine about his shoulder or a ladybug will land on him and he'll leave the game. Like anything, literally anything. And he will leave the game. That's why I fade Anthony Davis. He's the only person I know as tall and athletic and buff as this guy that is as soft as this guy. Honestly. He's super soft. The old generation, the old Michael Jordan was not going to leave a game for anything. He was throwing up on the sideline during that game, during the flu game. He had the flu. He was throwing up and he dropped points on their ass with the flu and he was throwing up in the game. Like, that's what we need more of in this generation, period. That's it. Now, DraftKings. Hopefully you guys took all these thousands on thousands of complaints that you got today, because I know you did, because everybody in DFS Squad was pissed off. I'm sure we're not the only ones. Everybody in DFS period was pissed off. Shout out to everybody who had Brandon Jennings. That was a real good dart throw you did there. You pretty much closed your eyes, threw a dart, and it landed straight in the middle of the board. So congrats to you. You probably won a bunch of money tonight. And you probably work at DraftKings. Honestly. I might be looking too much into this insider thing, but honestly, man, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that your only job is to update people on people playing or not, and you can't even update us on somebody that's not even in New York. Really? That's pathetic, man. That's pathetic. DraftKings, you got to get it right, man. You got to get it together. That's ridiculous. Now, real quick before I get into setting this lineup, man, the DFS Squad Shirts are still for sale. We have 50 of them. Not 50 anymore, but 50 total that we're selling. And once that 50 is gone of these first shirts, that's it. Now, the cool part about grabbing one of these 50 shirts available is because when DFS Squad grows to the top, which is exactly where we're headed, you'll have a piece of that beginning. And that's the best part. I'm getting a few of them myself. I'm getting family members some. So make sure you guys all get one of those DFS Squad shirts, man. They're the first. They symbolize growing from the bottom. Because we're still at the bottom. You guys were with me from the first video when I had 0 subs, and now I have 556 in a matter of weeks. It's growing ridiculously. We are growing like crazy because people know the real. When they hear the real, they know it. I don't bullshit you guys. I don't ask for donations. None of that. None of that. I don't set up a website so that you guys can come and pay a monthly fee and shit like these other bullshit DFS guys. That's some bullshit. That's just a way for them to get more money. That's bullshit. Why do that when you can come to my Twitter and ask whatever you need to know right before game time and I respond immediately? And if I don't respond, somebody in the squad will respond. Anybody. We love DFS. We love sports, period. So we're there for you at all times. There's no need to be paying somebody money monthly just for the same shit that you could just ask for free. Honestly. And if they're asking for your money, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Like I do this to make y'all money. I don't do this for myself. I do it because I love it so much that I wanted to spread the knowledge that I've grown up accumulating. That's all I ever heard when I was growing up. Sports this, sports that. That's all I grew up around. That's it. That's it. I used to eat, sleep, and breathe sports. No matter what sport, everything I do is related to that. And people know when it's real. People know. People like the personality. People like somebody they can relate to. I'm a regular ass guy. I don't put on a front. I don't come on here and act like somebody I'm not. I'm exactly the same person I am when I record these videos and talk to you guys as I am if you met me at Kroger or something. I'm the same exact person, and that's what people love. Now, let's get into this slate, guys. Go get a DFS Squad shirt, man. Be a part of this beginning, man. Be a part of this growth. If you need the link, it'll be in the description as well as in the bio on my Twitter at Fantasy Houdini, Houdini, man. Make sure you catch this wave before it crashes over you because we are growing very, very quickly. It seems like just an hour ago I was at 500 subs. Now I'm at 556. We'll probably be at 600 by the morning. It's crazy. A matter of weeks, man. So let's get into this, man. Let's get in the lineup. The moment y'all have been waiting for. We've got a 9-game slate tomorrow. It's redemption time. It's time for us to get this money back. Because DraftKings pretty much took my $20 that I spent on buy-ins tonight and they wiped their ass with it and threw it in the fucking toilet, pretty much. So we're going to get redemption. There's no way they're going to be able to ignore this. Let's do it. James Harden against Charlotte is an amazing matchup. He's 12,100, but honestly, he's going to probably put up 65 to 75 points, which is worth it. That's good. Okay, that's 6 times value. That's good. I really like him. John Wall against Chicago. Michael Carter-Williams can't guard for shit, as well as they just played tonight, and they struggled. Everybody was getting hurt, it feels like. John Wall should be able to tear Chicago up. But that could possibly be a blowout. So I'm still kind of on the wall about that. John Wall is going to do very well, though. Let's be real. And for 9,900, I'm on the wall, like I said. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's see what's going on with him, man. I heard he's fucked up a few people the other day with a last-minute dropout. So let's make sure he's okay. He's listed as probable for Tuesday. So most likely he'll play. Now, guards do well against San Antonio. So that might be a really good play, honestly, because the rest of the players are going to struggle against San Antonio. So Isaiah Thomas against Toronto, I love it, guys. Even if it's in Toronto. This Toronto-Boston game is going to be very high scoring. It's going to be probably one of the higher scoring games on the slate in Portland and Los Angeles. Okay? We have about 3 games that are going to be very high scoring that you want to get in on, okay? You definitely want to get in on a lot of these games. The Boston-Toronto game, get involved. The Portland-Los Angeles game, get involved. This Golden State-Miami game is going to be a blowout. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get involved in any of that. All right? Charlotte-Houston, that could be a decent game as well. Cleveland and the Jazz, that'll be a good game. Detroit-Sacramento, I like it, guys. There's no defense to be found on either team. I like that. Reggie Jackson against Sacramento. Oh, my God. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, I like Dragic against Golden State, though, even though I just said I don't. It's going to be a blowout. So it's risky going Dragic because Golden State could quite possibly beat them by 40 points. They're just struggling a lot with injuries right now. They're going through a lot. They just lost Justice Winslow. Honestly, it's just impossible for them to keep up with Golden State, and they won't keep up with Golden State. Okay, so it's a risk. If you want to go, hey, it probably won't be highly used, honestly. So if you want to throw that dart out there, do it. I mean, they will be behind most of the game, so hey. D'Angelo Russell against Portland, good matchup. Dennis Schroeder against Brooklyn is personally one of my favorite matchups of the night. I definitely see him doing very well, and for 6,700, that's a steal, guys. Especially if you're going to make sure you get Harden in your lineup. Dennis Schroeder is a good guy to get. On top of that, George Hill against Cleveland is a very good play at 6,300. He might actually take the cake because point guards do very well against Cleveland. Okay, and this game is going to be a good game in Utah. Okay, I really like it. I really like it. He came back. He's playing his regular minutes. He's on no type of restriction. We know George Hill can put up some points. George Hill is a safe play to go, guys. Patrick Beverley against Charlotte is a good matchup. Beverley has been playing very well as of lately. He's getting solid minutes, and he puts up a solid 30 to 35 points on average, I would say. So I really like Patrick Beverley. Tyler Johnson against Golden State. There is a lot of ways to go on this slate, guys. That's going to be the one issue. There's a lot of places to go on this slate. Now, I've pretty much hit the bottom of that, okay? So that's, honestly, I'm battling between Schroeder. Now, if you want Harden, I recommend you either go George Hill or Schroeder. Now, me personally, I do want Harden. Okay? I like the Atlanta-Brooklyn game. But something in me tells me that the Cleveland-Utah game will be higher scoring. Maybe I'm wrong. But the Atlanta-Brooklyn game is going to be a good game. The Cleveland-Utah game is going to be a good game. Brooklyn's the worst against point guards, guys. And Brooklyn's at home. So Brooklyn plays really good at home. They play not good. They're not a good team, but they play better at home. And it should be a battle. I don't see it being a blowout. So let's go ahead and go Dennis Schroeder against Brooklyn. I like that. Now, the reason I did that is because I'm going the Beard at shooting guard against Charlotte, man. Charlotte has been giving up a shit ton of points to shooting guards, guys. It's a great matchup for James Harden. He is going to absolutely destroy Charlotte. That $12,100 is a fine price tag for what he's going to do. He's at least going to get 6 times value, guys. He might even get 7 times value. He's going to destroy Charlotte. Small forwards. Let's take a look at this. Kevin Durant against Miami. Like I said, I don't really want a part of this game. I see a blowout happening. LeBron James against the Jazz. Jazz have a good down-low presence. And I've been fading LeBron a lot this year. I don't know why, but he just... I don't know what it is. I mean, he's very solid, but I'm not... Against Utah, I'm not on the LeBron James wagon today. I'm just not on the wagon at all. Kawhi Leonard against Milwaukee is a good matchup. But as of lately, LaMarcus Aldridge has been playing very good, and it's been slowing Kawhi's production down slightly. Gordon Hayward against Cleveland, I like that because guess who's going to be guarding him? Kevin Love. Kevin Love is a horrible defender. Matter of fact, he doesn't defend at all. At all. Him and Michael Carter-Williams, they taught each other how to defend, obviously. It's embarrassing, guys. Kevin Love does not defend at all, and they're in Utah. I like Gordon Hayward, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put Gordon Hayward in against Cleveland. I like that matchup with Kevin Love. Gordon Hayward should have a very good night at home, and it's going to be a good game. Cleveland's not just going to give it up. Utah's got a good defense. I see it being close. I don't see that game being a blowout, guys. I like it. Now, at power forward, like I said, I really like this Portland-Lakers game. You want to be involved in this Portland-Lakers game, okay? It's going to be high scoring. It's going to be great. DeMarcus Cousins against Detroit. Oh, man. I honestly don't see the possibility of me being able to get him in my lineup, but that is a good matchup. Andre Drummond is a beast on the boards. But Detroit just gives up so many points to big men. In DeMarcus Cousins, power forward, man, he does his thing down there, man. He does his thing. So I really like DeMarcus Cousins against Detroit, guys. Draymond Green against Miami, that's the situation I'm avoiding. Paul Millsap against Brooklyn, guys. Let's stack Atlanta against Brooklyn. That's a good stack right there. Now, we're getting to the point where we need to save some money, guys. So let's go down. You know what I'm going to do? Let's try to do this. Let's try to get DeMarcus Cousins in, guys. Let's see what we can do to get DeMarcus Cousins in if we can. All right? Because, like I said, that's a great matchup. That is a great matchup. Willie Reed against Golden State. I do believe, god damn. Sorry about text messages popping up. It's a group text, and I don't know why they always fucking texting like some girls. But Jonas Valanciunas against Boston. I really, really like that. I'm not going to... Look, it's too much to deal with putting DeMarcus Cousins in the lineup, guys. I'm going to go Julius Randle against Portland. That saves me some money from Paul Millsap. And I feel like they're going to get around the same amount of points. Now, when it comes to power forward / center, the center spot right here, I'm looking for some value here, guys. I'm looking for some value. Olenek can have some good games sometimes, man, but it's a question mark when he'll show up, honestly. You never know when he will show up. Valanciunas against Boston, guys. This is going to be a high-scoring game. Like I said, you want to be involved in this game. So Valanciunas is a good option. Gortat against Chicago. They just played last night. That is very good, actually, the situation to take advantage of. I really, really like that, guys. I really like that. Now, with the situation here is we're getting to the point where we're getting down to where we have not much money left. We only have $10,900 to go. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Hayward, see if there's any cheaper options down here other than Hayward at $7,000. Let's see if we can save some money. Rudy Gay against Detroit, good matchup. Otto Porter against Chicago. It might be a good idea to stack Washington players against Chicago, but that could possibly turn into a blowout. Which is why we might want to fade Gortat now that I think about it. We might want to fade Gortat, okay? Al Horford. He's part of that Boston-Toronto game. Toronto gives up a lot of points to centers. Let's do that. Now, Jeremy Lamb, guys. Nicholas Batum is going to be out tomorrow. He's unlikely to play. Okay? Jeremy Lamb is going to get the start again. I really like that, guys. I really, really like that. You got to take advantage of. Now, Nicholas Batum, I'll read it for you. He's listed as doubtful. Okay? He's listed as doubtful for the game against the Rockets. So make sure you fire him up. Okay? Plus, Harden will probably be guarding him. And that's a great matchup for the guy, man. That is a great matchup for the guy. Caldwell Pope against Sacramento. Ooh. That is a beautiful matchup, guys. I love Caldwell Pope against Sacramento. They give a lot to guards. Now, let's go down here. We're going to have to save some money, guys. You guys know that I go with Thomas Robinson very often because, I mean, he can get you about 20 points in a good matchup. Now, against Portland last time, he only played 15 minutes and got 19.3. I like it, guys. I like it. He puts up points. Tony Snell's been playing solid minutes for Milwaukee, but against San Antonio, that bothers me. That really bothers me. But San Antonio, Danny Green's not too good at defending, so that might be a position to exploit. I really like it. LeVert, guys, he's been coming on and playing a little bit of minutes. He did well against Cleveland the other day. That's a decent option. Spencer Hawes. Make sure Spencer Hawes is going to be a good play if your boy ends up out. Okay, so you want to double check. You want to go to the center position and see what's going on with Zeller. Now, if Zeller is out, Spencer Hawes is where you want to go, okay? He's questionable. If he's out, Spencer Hawes is where you want to go in that position, guys. But as of right now, I like Al Horford in this high-scoring game against Toronto, guys. I really, really like it. Now, let's go to Caldwell Pope. I love the matchup, but let me see if I can save anywhere. Let's go ahead and look at some money-saving options. He was $5,600. Let's see how much cheaper we can go. $5,600. We can go all the way down. I like Lou Will against Portland. That's a good matchup. I really, really like it. Tim Hardaway against Brooklyn now that Kyle Korver's gone. He's been playing solid minutes and doing his thing. As a matter of fact, I like that. And we're saving money. Okay, we're saving money. I like that Tim Hardaway play, guys. And after this lineup, guys, I'm setting this lineup and I'm giving you guys my advice on certain players. But things will change, okay? Throughout the day tomorrow, check my Twitter at FantasyHoudini, Houdini, for updates, okay? Now, my phone's about to die as I'm noticing right now, so I need to make sure I kind of get through this real quick. Thomas Robinson's a good play. Remember Spencer Hawes. Let's go ahead and put Spencer Hawes in. If he ends up out, Spencer Hawes is a great play, guys. He is a great play. If Zeller ends up out, you got to make sure you get a little Spencer Hawes in your life. Dion Waiters, he's still on a minutes restriction. You don't really want to fuck with that. Kaminsky, he's not doing as well as Spencer Hawes. Spencer Hawes is doing his thing. Bellinelli has been getting some time with homie out. But we got to figure out where we're going to go here now. Deladova against San Antonio, he doesn't get the minutes we need here. With the blowout potential, Iguodala could be a very solid play. He averages about 20 to 25. I really like that average. That's all we would need out of him. Let's put Iguodala in there. That leaves us with $300 to work around and mess around with. But real quick, just setting this lineup real quick for you guys, going over the people I like of the day. I really like Dennis Schroeder against Brooklyn. James Harden against Charlotte, amazing. Take advantage of Jeremy Lamb once again. It's an amazing matchup against Houston while you can. Julius Randle against Portland. Portland's horrible against forwards. Al Horford's a beast down low. He will dominate Toronto, and this will be a high-scoring game. Okay, throughout the day tomorrow, I'm going to find ways to maybe be able to get Kyle Lowry or Isaiah Thomas. We'll have to work with it. Make sure you follow me at Fantasy Houdini, Houdini, and I'm there for any questions you guys have at all times. I got you. All right, thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are going up. And make sure you follow me and make sure you get one of those DFS Squad shirts, man. Only 50 available. Make sure you catch the wave, man. These shirts are sick. Black with the white lettering. They also have the gray option with the white lettering. They're only $15. And you would be getting something that there's only 50. So when you get one, you're the only one with, there's only 50 people with these shirts. And once DFS Squad grows to something huge and we are the only people that they're going to for DFS advice because we are the real, then you'll be like, damn, I got something from the very beginning. And it's cool to have. I'm getting one for myself, my girlfriend, my family members. Like, I'm going to, like, you know, make sure you get one for some coworkers, some friends, whatever, man. Anybody who you know likes DFS, get them on the train. I appreciate you guys watching. Like this video. Comment down below questions and concerns. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm out.